second, can we take one picture? All the girls, please. Go. Okay.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapiyat Sarvam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvashruti Shiroratna Padambujaha Vedantambhuja Suryoyaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindunadakala Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mata cha pita tvameva bandhushcha sakha tvameva vidya dravidam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय.
Asok bhai. Nanti go on stage. Go and handle.
My name is Devang Thakkar. I am one of the adult study group coordinators at Yamunotri. My wife Rupalji is a Shishu Vihar teacher at Yamunotri. We've been involved with Chinmaya Mission for 18 years. Our children who are 25 and 21 have gone through the Bal Vihar program and are currently involved in all the chick activities. I will be one of your co-MCs, co-hosts, co-conspirators or tour guides, whatever you want to pick for tonight's program. Swamiji's commitment to Puja Gurudev's vision and his selfless acts have helped us grow from 1 center to 3 centers in Chicagoland area. Not only that, he's been extremely instrumental in organizing other centers in Rockford, Peoria, Milwaukee, and of course our center in Northwest Indiana. One may ask, how does Swamiji do that? How can one person achieve all of this? I believe it's Swamiji's joyous spirit and enthusiasm, which we all have experienced. And it's very contagious. And he has this ability to uplift anybody who comes in contact with him. Did you guys know that Swamiji has been here for 30 years? Maybe even a record of any center in the world. And how fortunate we are that Swamiji is here with us and is our father figure. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ever-loving, ever-smiling, ever-humble Swami Sharananda.
समस्तगण कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Hari Om. My pranams to Swami Aparanjananji, Dhirenji, Nirmitaji and Jyotiji. That of course it is little difficult to recognize everybody here because everybody looks like Bollywood stars now. So, but I am to pay a little more attention to who is who. But anyhow, we will come to know everybody. Our topic here is Samatvam Yoga Ucyate. But before that, I want to ask you a question. How many people are there in this hall? Can someone raise the hand and tell? If you have listened while the Devanji was announcing, can somebody tell? 500 plus. We are all wrong. We are all wrong. Do you know what is the number? Only one is there. Only one is there. Thank you so much. So why I am mentioning this? That is really the most important job of the mission. Mission is trying to educate each one of us. Puja Gurudev has realized that oneness, and he is taught all of us that all of you should strive to recognize that only one is there. Manifestations are many, but only one is there. That oneness, to discover that oneness, we don't need our eyes. Through eyes only we can see differences. Eyes are made to see the differences. And differences are needed to transact. Like somebody will be father, somebody will be mother. Through eyes only we can see that transact. But when we see through the eye of wisdom, that is our intellect, then it is completely a different thing. The one is there. Okay? That one is appearing as many. So if we can go with this idea from this banquet theme is, of course, the main purpose of banquet is to raise funds. I am not raising funds, raising funds, to raise funds. But I am telling that what is our theme for this banquet, that we should go with that attitude. At least at home, love everybody. Don't try to, okay, that is your account, that is my account. They are your parents, these are my parents. This attitude is not helpful at all. Of course, for transactional purposes that is okay. But mainly, only one God is pulsating through everybody. It is told in Taittiriya Upanishad, So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti. That means the Lord, He told us, let me become many. And He is in the form of each one of us. There is nobody higher, there is nobody lower. There is nobody who is holy, who is unholy. There is nobody that rich, there is nobody poor. That is for transaction worldly minded mind. It will suit to the worldly minded person. But mainly the reality is there is only one. And that is our theme. And for that purpose, whatever we are doing in the mission, whether it is building, whether it is funds, only for that, not for anything else. That how people will come to recognize that oneness of this entire creation. I'll tell a story and then I'll end. There was an owner and he was the owner of dog. Anybody dog? Anybody has dog here? Okay, only one person has dogs. Okay. Okay, good. And that he has no other family members, no wife, no children. Only the dog is everything for him. Whenever he will come from the work, dog will be waiting near the door and it will make with different kinds of noise, and the owner will give some treat, and the dog and the owner, they will be really enjoying, they will enjoy, they will happy, they will play. One day when the owner came, then there was nobody to receive him near the door. There was nobody to receive. Then what happened? Then he came inside, then he was very scared. Why the dog is not there? Then he remembered one room. Always he keeps that room closed, but that day he has forgotten to lock it. So he went to that room and he saw the dog is lying dead in a pool of blood. You know what he has done? That room is filled with mirrors. And the dog saw that there are so many dogs. If there are so many mirrors are there, if the angle between the two mirrors is 90 degrees, how many images will fall? How many images? Not infinity. 360 degree by number of the angle and minus 1. So that many. So, but these are parallel mirrors are there. So infinite number of dogs. And he's fighting with everybody. They are also jumping, he's jumping. At the end, he broke all his tooth, he bruised his face, and blood is coming out and he died. Do you know with whom he was fighting? He was fighting with his own reflections. Whenever in the world we fight with our own people, with our parents, with our spouse, with our children, with our neighbors, then we are fighting really with ourselves. And at the end, we are the result. And this theme of this banquet is that let us love everybody. Hari Om. May God's blessings and Puja Buddha's blessings be with us. Hari Om.
And now, Sevaks, Sevikas, and Bal Vihar children across Badri, Yamunotri, and Gangotri will take us on a beautiful journey to illustrate Samatvam Yoga Ucyate. We will see this in 3 parts. First, there will be the chanting of verses 45 through 48 of Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, followed by seeing people go about their daily lives, from dancers to doctors and even a drummer. They try to keep their minds centered and not hunger after the fruits of their actions. In the next part, we bring you saints who have lived and achieved this Samatvam in their lives. 16th century poet Goswami Tulsidas in Kathak, 17th century Sant Salabeka, a Muslim devotee from Orissa, and 18th century composer Sadguru Tyagaraja from the South in Bharatanatyam. Hope you all enjoy the cultural presentation.
Atha Dvitiyoധ്യായ
chapter, Knowledge of Karma Yoga, Bhagavan Uvacha. So says Bhagavan Krishna, "Hey Partha, hey Arjuna, perform your action, O Dhananjaya, abandoning attachment, being steadfast in yoga and balanced in success and failure. Evenness of mind is called yoga. Knowing this, you can be free of karma bandhan. You shall cast off the bonds of action." Oh, who do we have here? My child, let us watch these interesting walks of life, shall we? Who is this?
An artist?
Yes, be it an artist immersed in his creativity, or a poet spilling his heart out in words. Is that a goldsmith you see? Maybe a bride will like the gold necklace he is making. A doctor!
Oh, no, not a doctor.
Life depends on his good work.
That is a singer. Can I listen?
Yes, hearts will melt and we forget as we listen.
Oh, an astronaut. How exciting.
Yes, what frontiers will they cross?
Dancer? I like to dance too.
This dancer forgets herself in devotion with the help of the drummer. Shall we wake them up? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
The day begins. Wake up. Karade vasati Lakshmi. And thus we begin the day, and thus we go about our duties. Thus we face what comes, and thus we find joy.
To remain steady amidst joy and sorrow. This truth is lived and sung by Goswami Tulsidas, the 16th century saint whose heart became the vessel of devotion to Bhagavan Sri Ram. Tulsidas's life was not free of pain. He faced separation, rejection, and longing. Yet, instead of breaking, he found balance. In loss, he saw grace. In suffering, he saw surrender. In the ever-changing world, he discovered the unchanging presence of Sri Ram. It was from this state of perfect Samatvam that he uttered his immortal chaupai, Mangala Bhavana Amangala Hari. Here in Kathak dance form, we bring you this famous Kriti.
Prabhu Sudha Sarat
A 17th century poet, born to a Muslim father and a Brahmin mother, was raised with deep love for Lord Jagannath. However, he was denied entry into the Jagannath temple in Puri, Odisha. Bhakta Salabega had his only chance to have Lord Jagannath's darshan during Ratha Yatra, when Lord Jagannath himself comes out of the temple to give darshan to all his devotees in his Nandi Ghosa chariot.
From Vrindavan to Puri. Please wait for me, my Lord, in your chariot. Please wait for me.
What happened? Why is Lord Jagannatha's chariot not moving at all, even though thousands of devotees are pulling it?
Oh, didn't you hear? The king had a dream. Lord Jagannath is waiting for his devotee Salavega to reach here.
ভকত জীবন বিকাশ ভকত জীবন ভকত নিমন্তে তোর শঙ্খ চক্রে চিহ্ন শঙ্খ চক্রে চিহ্ন বিকাশ ভকত জীবন বিকাশ ভকত জীবন জাতিরে জবান শ্রীরঙ্গ চরণ বিদু ন জানিয়া
Bhakta Salavega's story is celebrated as a testament to how true devotion transcends all religious barriers.
Jai Jagannath.
when the idol of his beloved Lord Rama was missing, his heart heavy, his spirit restless. Yet, just as Arjuna's despair on the battlefield became Vishada Yoga, Tyagaraja's grief too transforms into a journey of awakening and self-realization. As he turns inward and remembers that Rama resides within, his turmoil fades and sorrow melts into serenity. This is the essence of Samatvam Yogam Ucyate. True yoga is found in balance, where pain and pleasure, love and loss all dissolve into divine peace.
How about another round of applause for that amazing cultural program? We will continue with a composition by Sant Kabir. Sant Kabir was a 15th century poet who personified a tapestry of bhakti and resilience. A weaver by profession, he continued to act in this world but always kept the Lord in his heart. He was a grahastha like most of us and had children. There was an interesting incident in his life where he was taunted that if he was such a sincere seeker, what is he doing here? Why isn't he meditating in the mountains or the jungle? To this, Sant Kabir replied in form of a doha. He said, Prem bhav ek chahiye, bes anek banaye. Prem bhav ek chahiye, bes anek banaye. Chahe ghar mein vaas kare, chahe van mein jaye. I see some of you moving your lips. So this is a very famous doha from Kabir, which obviously means that if you have the divine love for Bhagwan in your heart, then it really doesn't matter what you wear or where you live. You can stay at home or you can be in the jungle. Please enjoy an acoustic version of Kabir's composition. Amazing. ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के जो पढ़े सो पंडित होए. So true, so true. From seeing the Samatvam in the lives of saints, we now move forward to inculcating the Samatvam within ourselves with Rimaji.
Hari Om, my pranams to all. I'm Rima Seth. I've been involved with Chinmaya mission from my childhood days in India and continue my Seva today as a Shishu Vihar Sevika and my children attend Bal Vihar. Being part of Chinmaya mission gives a feeling of purpose, direction and fulfillment, helping you grow into a better version of yourself. To celebrate 75 years of Chinmaya Mission, next summer, Chinmaya Mission Chicago will be hosting a grand event to free our minds and transform us from human to Hanuman. It's our Hanuman Chalisa Havan and Mela. We will be partnering with many Hindu organizations, and this is an event for everyone. We invite you all to bring your friends and family. There will be carnival games, a cultural program, and lots of fun in addition to the main event, the Hanuman Chalisa Havan. Swami Swarupananji will be presiding over the event. So let's all work together to make it a grand success here in Chicago. We will have lots of publicity material available. Please, please, please share widely. In fact, we can start perfecting our chanting tonight itself. So we are all ready for next summer. We will now conclude our cultural program by chanting the Hanuman Chalisa. The Chalisa is on each table. Everyone, please join in. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you.
Wasn't that such an awesome chanting? It felt like Vayuputra Hanuman is here in the Windy City. I would like to take just a couple of moments to recognize all the Sevaks and Sevikas who are responsible for putting this together. Events like this just don't happen. From the team that plans to book this venue, to the team that organizes the food, AV, everything. From the team that organizes the picture for our Swamijis, we would like to thank everyone. Once again, I would like to direct your attention to the papers that are on your table. There are QR codes for easy online offerings. If you are interested in writing a check, there's pens provided, there's pledge papers. We also have something called as Sangam Fund. For those of you who are new to this, Sangam Fund is an interest-free loan that you can give to our Chinmaya Mission Chicago for a predetermined period of time. If you're interested in knowing more, please ask any one of us. We'll be happy to tell you more about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Devanji. It is so easy to give an offering tonight, but it is not easy to be a Sevak and dedicate your life to Chinmaya Mission. So, very, very inspired by all of you around us tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause. To inspire us further, let's hear from one more of our spiritual guides. Since May of 2023, Chicago has been blessed with the spiritual guidance of Swami Aparajitananji. In his early years, we can clap. In his early years, Swamiji worked in the field of electronics and communications engineering before diving in to study the Indian scriptures with utmost devotion. Then he received sannyas diksha in 2018. Over the years, Pujya Swamiji has served the mission campuses in Bangalore, Mysore, Shimoga, and most recently in Mangalore. The depth of Swamiji's understanding of the scriptures is clearly visible in all of his discourses. He is also a prolific author. However, Devanji, here's a fun fact for you. You may not know that Swamiji was the author of any of his articles or books because his name isn't listed anywhere. Please welcome our very knowledgeable and very humble Swami Aparajitananji to say a few words.
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् Humble prostrations to one and all present here. The theme of this year's banquet is Samatvam Yoga Ucyate. A very simple definition of what yoga is, and a very profound definition. Equanimity of mind is yoga. And very interestingly, the talk of equanimity, the glory of equanimity is mentioned right in the battlefield, where there is absolutely no equanimity. It is a very symbolic gesture. In the battlefield, the glory of peace is mentioned. The purpose is this: every one of us, we are in a battlefield only. It is not just Arjuna who is in the battlefield. We are all in our battlefields. Family life can be a battlefield. Professional life can be a battlefield. Even when we come to Chinmaya mission to serve, that can become a battlefield. So now, in any battlefield, there are certain laws to be followed. Now this battlefield is a very unique battlefield. There are certain laws. When you know the laws, you are able to wage the battle better. So what are the laws in this battlefield called world? Law number 1, every one of us will be given a chariot. What is the chariot? Atmanam rathinam vidhi shariram rathamevatu buddhim tu sarathim vidhi manaf pragrahamevacha indriyani hayanaho vishayansteshu gocharan Atmendriya mano yuktam bhoktetyahur manishinaha. So these two verses are from Kathopanishad. Kathopanishad has become a great inspiration for Bhagavad Gita also. Very many verses from Kathopanishad is taken into Bhagavad Gita. Now we are all in a chariot. In this chariot, there are horses, there are reins, there is a charioteer, there is a road, and there is this honor of this chariot. Atmanam rathinam vidhi. Each and every one of us, we are the honor of the chariot. Shariram rathamevatu. What is the chariot? The physical body is the chariot. Buddhim tu sarathim vidhi. Intellect is the charioteer. Manaf pragrahamevacha. The reins with which we hold the horses, the reins, they are the mind. Indriyani hayanahu. The sense organs are the horses. And the horses run through the road, the sense objects in the world. That is the road. And we all have a destination to reach. So, law number 1, everyone will be provided a chariot. The moment you lose the chariot, you are out of the battlefield. Law number 2. What is this law? There are 2 types of arrows. One is the arrow of positivity. The second is arrows of negativity. All of us will be given 2 types of arrows. What is the effect of arrow of negativity? You can shoot these arrows. Arrows are flying all over. If you choose this arrow of negativity, these arrows, instead of killing the enemy, will empower the enemy. These arrows will straight go and fall into the quiver of the enemy. So what is this arrow doing? It will empower the enemy. It will add one more arrow into the quiver. You know what is quiver? That which is behind. So you empower the enemy by shooting the arrows of negativity. But on the other hand, if you shoot the arrows of positivity, you kill the enemy. This is the law. It's a very unique law. This is law number 2. The kind of arrows you can use. Choice is yours. Law number 3. In this battle, if you kill your lower self, you win the battle. But if you pamper your lower self, you lose the battle. Lower self means what? Ego. In this battle, if you are fighting in such a way that you are effacing your ego, you are winning the battle. On the other hand, if you are fighting in such a way that you are pampering the ego, boosting the ego, you are losing the battle. These are the laws of this battle. Dharma kshetre, guru kshetre. Are the laws clear? So now the question is, how will I know whether I am winning the battle or not? How will I know? That test is given by this Mahamantra, Samatvam Yoga Ucyate. As you are living your life, what is happening to you? Are you becoming more and more peaceful, cheerful, tranquil, balanced, content, happy person? If this is what is happening over a period of time, congrats, you are winning this battle of life. But on the other hand, if you are becoming a more irritable person, worry, tension, anxiety, boredom, stress, loneliness, if these kinds of negativities are increasing, mind is becoming more and more disturbed, sorry to say, you are losing the battle. So we are all in this battlefield. Choice is ours, which way to wage this battle. In the family, in the professional field, wherever we go, the choice is ours. It is our choice which arrows to choose. The arrows of positivity or the arrows of negativity. It is our choice. Now, those who don't know these laws of this battlefield, generally what do? Which arrows will they choose? The arrows of positivity or arrows of negativity? We think if I am using the arrows of negativity, I can destroy the enemies around. And you will find that more and more negative arrows are used, the enemies appear to multiply. That is why the laws are very important. We think ego boosting is the way of happiness. Pampering the ego is the way of happiness. Unfortunately, that is not at all the way. Most of us, we have entered into this battlefield without knowing the law of the game. Yes or no? Yes. Bhagavad Gita is the law book. How to enter into this battlefield and what are the laws you must necessarily know. That is why studying the scriptures is absolutely essential. Otherwise it will be like a footballer who enters into the game and where is he shooting the goal? In his own goal post. And he thinks he is winning. It is all self-goal. The most important thing is knowing how to live before we live. Whole Bhagavad Gita is that intelligent way of living. Puja Gurudev brought out this this knowledge for all of us. He became a role model for all of us in doing this. And not only that, he showed us the path, he also built gymnasiums where future warriors can be created. Chinmaya Mission is such a gymnasium where we train the younger generation in these laws of warfare so that they can become efficient warriors in the future. So therefore, it is our responsibility, all of us who have understood the value of the teaching, who have understood the value what Chinmaya Mission is doing, it is our responsibility to contribute Tana Mana Dhana in building such institutions. I sincerely invoke the grace of the Lord and the blessings of Puja Gurudev. May we all come together, practice this knowledge, transform ourselves and pass on this knowledge to the future generation in whatever we can. Thank you. Hari Om.
Words of wisdom. Next, I would like to introduce a person who actually needs no introduction. She's a longtime member of Chinmaya Mission Chicago. She works tirelessly to organize all the events, retreats, camps, even the Mahasamadhi camp when it was in the Chicagoland area a few years ago. And in spite of all of this, I don't know how, but she somehow still finds time to cook lunch for all of us at Yamunotri on Saturdays and Sundays. She truly embodies the spirit of Seva and compassion and inspires everyone around her. If you haven't guessed who this person is, you might be at the wrong banquet this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of Chinmaya Mission Chicago, Najuji Balana.
Hari Om, and my pranams to Pujya Swami Sharanananji, Pujya Swami Uprajitananji, Dhirenji, our esteemed head table guests, and to everyone else present here. My special regards and love to Sri Shankarji Pillai. Shankarji, where are you? And to Sri Ashokji Dolakia, for their guidance, for their support, and for giving us Chinmaya Mission Chicago, without which we wouldn't be seeing it where it is today. So, of course, our spiritual teachers are there, but on the administrative side and the guidance, their love and support is a lot, and we're very grateful for that. Congratulations to all of you for braving the cold weather today and bringing warmth to our banquet. Are you all feeling the positive energy tonight? Excitement tonight? I know I'm feeling it, and it's been there while we were planning it too, so it's translating here to all of you coming with that enthusiasm and excitement. Wow, what a wonderful and whirlwind year we've had working together and organizing so many events. We had the Devi Saptaha with Pujya Swami Shantananji, retreats with our Chicago Swamins, visiting Swami retreats, Chick and young adult retreats with Hariji, the youth empowerment course in the summer with Shubhaniji and Akalkaji, our Devi retreat with Shubhaniji, Seva projects, and in fact in our Devi retreat we raised $10,000 specifically for relief of the poor victims in Sri Lanka. So there's a lot of activity happening, but two things I purposefully didn't mention. Guess what the first one is? The Swami residence. Yes, 2 years ago we were here and our goal was to raise $500,000 and build the Swami residence before Badri construction started. and happy to share that that has been done and paid for. So we have the verbiage. So we proved that together with everyone's support and guidance and all the Sevak's hard work, we can do this. The second big thing that happened this year was we broke ground for the Badri expansion project. That's a huge milestone. Our thanks to Rohit Pai and Sachi Construction. Rohit Pai is here today. We're going to call him up. Yes, we'll be hearing from him in a little bit. But Rohit Pai himself is here and taking a big lead in the project, and we're very grateful for that. So this coming year, 2026, 2025 is almost over. So 2026 marks the 75th year of Chinmaya mission worldwide. It's a milestone event, and as we just heard, we'll be doing a very huge mega event, which is the Hanuman Chalisa Havan, where we want to invite thousands of devotees and other Hindu organizations to participate. So please get ready. We're going to have lots of meetings now. Now that the banquet's over, we're going to focus on that. And so everyone's welcome to, and we'll be happy to have you come and help in the planning. Again, all of this is only possible with dedicated commitment and so many Sevaks coming together to support each other and support the work here. I'd like to now especially recognize our head table and esteemed head table guests. Of course, we have both our Swamijis here and Sri Dhirenji, but our doctors Panna and Bharat Barai, they're always here to support us and always been here with us. Anilji and Sashiji Agarwal, we're very happy to have you here. Then we have Ashutoshji and Sudhaji Gupta. And we have Sri Vasikaran Janardhan. So with your generosity and financial support, we're able to sustain the work of Chinmaya Mission. I just want to read just a few names. I don't want to embarrass anybody. There were some names that have selected to be anonymous, so I will share that. But just a few of our larger donors that have been coming forward. Richa and Kern Singh, $10,000. Jyoti and Shankar Paruri, $10,000. Rupa Chenamaneni, $10,000. Shiva and Girija Ramamurthy, $50,000. Rita Soni, $10,000. Kundan and Neela Giri, $10,000. Suchi and Ramachar, $50,000. Durga Kanuru, $10,000. Anonymous, $10,000. Padma and T.R. Venkatesh, $151,300.27. Anonymous, from our head table, I won't say the name, $50,000. Bela and Samir Shah, $10,000. So that's some of our starting numbers. So I know everybody's ready to give because that's why we're here. So our starting point is around 500,000, actually close to 550,000 right now, which we have pledges and donations already, which means we need a higher goal, right? What should be our goal? Million? Or 1.5? Is that doable? Yes? And you can choose your term, 5 years, 3 years, whatever the categories are. And all that money will be returned at the end of the term. So it's a nice way to support the mission, so we don't have to pay interest to the bank. Now at this point, we are all anxious to see what's happening with the Badri construction and with our other center's activities. So I'd like to invite Shiva Kumarji to come to the stage. He's one of the key people involved in the Badri expansion. There's a whole team working, and Margie will be coming here to share some of the details and some of the committee members. Construction. So, Shivji.
Hariom Puja Swamijis, Dhirenji, distinguished guests, benefactors of the mission, elders of the mission, friends, fellow servants and civics. Humble prostrations to all of you. Thank you for coming and gracing the occasion with your presence. Last year, we had talked about three things. It's being a three-phase project, and the first phase was about having Abhyudaya integration and Swamiji's kutir. The second phase was Badri expansion, and the third phase was Smriti, our elders' residences. And we said that all of these projects are very tightly integrated, and which allows us to bring synergies and fiscal prudence of making this happen. So we're very happy, like Rajuji mentioned, that we finished the first phase, and with Swamiji's kutir. We had said that we had just started Swamiji's kutir last time, and we were just had contracted with SCI to start on Badri expansion. We exchanged a bit, and we had also very happy to announce that Swamiji's kutir is done thanks to Cyrus Devatna for putting this design, and Rohit Bhai for finishing the completion, doing the construction. So we had some nice pictures that people can see. Many of you participated. Thank you. This is the Swamiji has also moved into the house, so that was a challenge a bit, and that has got done. So last year I also saw that we had a lot of work that was completed. We had mentioned that we are doing a pre-planned unit development, which kind of brought all the three projects together, and which brought the synergies. We saved money at Badri. We used the parking lot, brought the cost down, and we also started working with Sachi Construction. We had done the permits, finished the drawings in January, applied for permits. Our PUD was approved in March, and we had our permit approved for Badri construction sometime in July. We didn't waste a single day. Okay, the very next day, we had started the construction. It's been 4 months now since we started the construction. And we are at a certain stage. I'd like to share you some pictures. tremendous lot of work for 4 months. Thanks, Rohit, for that. And we had a lot of challenges, Padri to be emptied. And thanks to Riverside and Banquet for taking that effort of putting things together. That's a lot of work that they did. We also have a lot of work ahead of us. We plan to complete the construction of Badri in July-August timeframe and have the inauguration end of August, September, early September. We plan reopening. We also started working on this Smriti project. We have met with 5-6 architects with 0 round and 2, and we hope to start construction sometime in June, July. So we'll be in touch with you. There's a lot of work to be done, but we'll be definitely on. Everybody's on for the game, and we'll be starting on that. It is a bit aggressive timeline, but we are ready for that. Now, this is what we're doing is that we have high goals. What we're building is not for the next 2-3 years. We're not doing a building. It's something for the next 50 years. This is a part of a larger strategy, larger plan. We want to reach about 10,000 families, active families of the mission. Active families, not just 10,000 families pass through. We want to have about 3,000 kids going through Badri at any point in time. And we will have a very nice community of people living very close to the mission, which will make the mission activity. Now, one other thing is that, thanks to Swamiji is here, we'd like to have a Swanipini-like course starting in 28-29 time frame, that we will generate our own set of sevaks who will take the mission forward in the Midwest area. And giving the vision, this number, what we're going to have, we also have, we'll go with a debt. We'll take a mortgage right now. Rajaji mentioned about help, how people can help. I think we'll end up with a mortgage of about 3.5 to 3.7 million. So we look forward to help. All of you have been helping all the time. I'm sure you'll help generously. I would like all of you to think like institution builders, not just funding a building. Mission is a very, very special place. So many people who work here very selflessly. Many people whose names you don't even know, recognize, they come and do the job and go. When we are putting this banquet together, we had a 76-year Seva, you know who I'm talking to, about, running around, picking mics, moving things. We had an 86-year-old Seva who said, Seva, send me the list, who are the people I need to invite? Okay, that is the kind of work. That's the kind of people we're surrounded with. Mission work never ends. It's the purpose and responsibility that we all have to take the wisdom that the Guru Parampara has given to the future generations. The future generation needs it more than ever now in the age of AI. Institutions like Mission has to be there. It's our duty to take it forward. And finally, I have just 2 asks of you. First, clean up your calendars for end August, September time frame. Do not travel at that time. Make sure you have visitors traveling and visiting you. Because where you have to be, you all have to be at 118080 Kingri Highway, Badri, or our open. We want every one of you to participate in some way or the other. Every kid should participate. So we had asked Arunaji, the senior member group, the mission, you always put a skit together. Please, we want you to do something. Not once she said, no. She immediately jumped and they took it really seriously. Now it's for the others to catch up and do a program like they're doing. Many of you, the second ask, many of you donated. You're donating continuously. You had a check in your mind when you came to this banquet. Keep that number in your mind. I'm asking you to keep 3 other numbers in mind. Multiply that number by 2. Multiply the number by 5. Multiply the number by 10. Close your eyes. Look at that number. Visualize those 3 numbers. Which is the number? What's the max can I provide that will not change my life appreciably? Look at those numbers to yourself. You know it better than anybody else. Do the rest. The guy above will take care. When I approached Swamiji, but Swamiji, how are you going to do all these things? He said one thing, you do your job. When you take care of Bhagavan Narayana, Lakshmi will follow. I'm sure Lakshmi is going to follow. And thank you all once again. Now I'm going to, my duty is to invite the person who has become, actually I would say, my friend now. A person who, Rohit Patel, without whom I think this project would not have been possible. He has taken this up as his own. And I think I like his frank talk, and I'd like to invite him. He has also some pictures to share, I guess. And more so, it's a strategic thing to putting on the stage so that he makes a commitment and gives the building on August 1st, August 15th. Welcome to it.
Hari Om. Pranam and Jai Swaminarayan to Swami and all invited guests. Last year I was here again on this stage, and we made some commitments to the Chinmaya mission. I'm very happy to say that all the commitments what we have made jointly, we have fulfilled all of those commitments. Seva has said what we have accomplished, but what I would like to do is give you a short description of what we have gone through. We were just hired last October, and we started hiring the architects and got the design done, and we had applied for the permit. And we finally got the permit for the Badri expansion. And we thought we will be able to start the work in the month of April or May. However, permit did not come until the end of July. And as Seva said, no matter when we got permit, opening date is not changing. But anyway, we started the construction on August 1. And in 16 weeks, we have accomplished tremendous amount of work. Our original plan was to start the work in April and close the building by December. Even though we started the work in August, we are still going to close the building by the December. And presently, it looks very confident that we should be able to start the classrooms from September. While we were constructing and working on Badri, we also took the task to do the Swamiji's residence. We completed that building in 6.5 months only, and even out of 6.5 months, almost 3 months were the winter months. So I think anytime we do religious projects, I always believe that there is always a divine power who helps us to finish this construction. And that's what we are noticing on this project also. Naturally, there are always obstruction comes from various angles, especially the government agencies also. And we have seen quite a bit of delays from government agency. However, collectively with the help of owner, we are able to overcome most of those difficulties, and we making a good progress. And what is next year now? The next year we are hope to complete all the interior work, not only for the new Badri building, but existing building is also getting renovated completely and finish the balance of the site work also. I must say that all this progress and development is happening not only because of Rohit Patel, but it's a collective efforts of the owner and the construction company. The board members which we are dealing, they are very helpful. They are making timely decisions so that construction is moving. Even Sachi staff, field supervisor, Sagar, and everybody is working hard. And I must take this opportunity to thank Reena Patel, who is wearing so many hats for Chinmaya mission, and she is the biggest communicator between our company as well as board of directors. So again, Reena, thank you for providing special service on this project. Which shows how we started the work and exactly where we are. Can you run that quick? So, in last 4 months, we have all completed more than 45% of building construction, and almost 75% of the site work is already done. So I hope in the next banquet, we won't see construction photo, we will see the kids in the classroom. Hari Om and Jai Swaminarayan to all.
Hari Om. It is really rare in one's lifetime to see physical progress that really embodies answered prayers. I remember my tiny first Balvihar classroom with Daksha Mirayanti, and that tiny classroom shared a wall with Swamiji's bedroom. It also shared a wall with Swamiji's kitchen and 3 other classrooms. And now seeing this video about what my children and possibly even my children's children will be able to experience, I really feel very emotional, very proud. There is so much hope for Chinmaya Mission Chicago. Our future looks so bright, Devangji.
Absolutely.
Our 3 campuses, Badri, Yamunotri, and Gangotri, are flourishing. Each campus has its own strengths, and Sevaks continue to serve the community in so many ways. It is our city center, Gangotri, actually, that has 80 Balvihar children and Shishuvihar children, 50 adults that come weekly. There is a summer camp that is growing every year, and they have so many Seva projects going all the time. Hey Devangji, since you're a Sevak at Yamunotri, can you tell me what's happening over there?
Sure, we have been very busy. Our last major event was month-long Bhagavatam talks by Swami Aparajitananda ji. We have a new playground. It's really awesome. The swings are so good. I tried them. It's really good. We have a new shed so we can better keep things organized. We have upgraded our audio system. And we have new chairs in our shrine. So we just finished our Thanksgiving food drive, and it seems like every year we do better and better with collection of the food for the Thanksgiving food drive. And one of our volunteers will be delivering that to Vernon Township Food Pantry in Buffalo Grove on this coming Monday. The project that we're working on, which I'm so excited about, is a wall for our stage. This is Swamiji's vision, and this will help us project all the backdrops during children's performances. So I guess we won't need props anymore.
That sounds like a lot of great activity and amazing Seva happening over there, Devanji. Now as we look to the future, and specifically this month, Chinmaya Mission Chicago warmly invites you all to our 3rd Vedanta Winter Residential Retreat. It's taking place at our Abhyudaya Retreat Center in Willowbrook from December 26th to 29th. We are deeply blessed to have both of our spiritual gurus guiding us through 2 magnificent and meaningful texts. Across these 3 days, there will be lots of time for discourse, reflective sessions, and opportunities for contemplation. This year, you have to really take advantage. This is a really rare opportunity. They have added nearly 5 hours of informal Q&A with both Swamijis. This is a very rare and valuable opportunity for seekers to ask, reflect, and deepen their understanding. It is a time to step away from the busyness of life, immerse yourself in silence, and turn inward with the support of our Chinmaya family. We are delighted and humbled that actually accommodations are filling up so quickly at Abhyudaya. We're almost 70% full, so I'm looking at you local folks. There are people coming from out of state who have already registered. We need to get all our local people registered so that we know how many people will be in Shubham Hall. You know it's only 70 people seating, so please, please, please get on it and register. Let's hear more on the content of this retreat. There is so much wonderful content.
Hari Om. Winter time is when Mother Nature herself is showing us a path to go inward. Leaves drop, days get shorter, and animals go into hibernation. All activity seems to be slowing down or coming to a standstill. This is our clue to go inward and deeper into our own spiritual sadhana. What better place than Chicago to experience the warmth of winter and delve into spirituality with Pujya Swami Sharananandji and Pujya Swami Aparajitanandji.
Hari Om. Welcome to the beautiful Abhyuday Retreat Center. Pujya Swami Aparajitananda will be taking the topic of the Shiksha Valli part of the Taittiriya Upanishad. His articulate explanation and the clarity of thought will change your perception. Pujya Swami Sharananda will be doing the topic Shiva Sankalpa Stotram, the heartwarming and enlightening 6 stanzas, sacred stanzas from the Vedas.
To join us and experience the warmth of Chicago. Thank you. Hari Om.
That looks like a great retreat. If any of you have any questions, please contact Suma Rajshankarji. Now, just a few moments and we'll get to the most important agenda item of the night, dinner. But again, once again, I'd like to remind everyone, if you haven't taken a look at the paper on your table that has the QR codes, if you would like to make a pledge, please go ahead, write a check, whatever you can. We're all here because the previous generations, some of whom who are sitting here in the front tables, have poured their blood, sweat, and money into this. It would absolutely make sense for us to pay it forward and secure our future. As the Chinmaya Mission Pledge says, giving more than what we take. Now is the time to make a meaningful contribution to a wonderful cause. Please.
You know, Devangji, when Shiva Uncle Ji was talking about, take these 3 numbers and really think hard about them, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 5, and give an offering that's within your capacity. I'd like to offer you one more thing to think about when you are considering making an offering. The true measure of our strength of this mission is not just hear what happens on stage. It's actually all of us standing together as a community. So, I'm going to make you guys stand up real quick. Let's see. If you have been involved with Chinmaya Mission in any capacity for 1 year or less, please stand up. All right, let's see.
How about 5 years?
5 years? 5 years or less? Please stand up. Ooh, got a dedicated group. 10 years, if you've been involved with Chinmaya Mission. There you go.
Oh, please keep standing. Keep standing if you don't mind.
Please keep standing. 10 years or less of Seva and Chinmaya Mission. Thank you.
How about 15?
Very nice. 15 years. Let's see. Let's up it, Devangji. Let's see. 25 years of Seva at Chinmaya Mission. Please stand up. Woo. Yes, yes.
And how about more than 25 years?
More than 25 years. Come on, I know my Bal Vihar teachers are all in the room and I'm more than 25 years old. Come on. Amazing. So I ask you one last time, look around this room. This is what dedication looks like. This is what the spirit of Seva looks like. We are all making offerings tonight, not for someone who is far off that we don't know. We are, making an offering for all of us here tonight and paying it forward for those people we want to get to know, our future. And so please think about all of those children that are to come through those doors of the new Badri building, who will be playing on that playground at Yamunotri, and who will be joining Shishu Vihar at our city center in Gangotri. Think about all of them when you are considering how much to donate tonight and make your offering.
Perfect. We're gonna make sure that we make Rajulji's prophecy come true.
Yes,
we're
not
gonna
her prophecy, let's call it her sankalpa.
Yes, we're gonna soar to new heights tonight. Now I'm keeping my end of the promise. Dinner is coming up right after we chant chapter 15.
So can we all join together? I think the books have chapter 15 in them. Let's all chant chapter 15 together. Oh, there are children who are leading us in chapter 15. Please come to the stage.
Paramatmane namaha atha panchadashodhyayah Purushottama yogaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urdhva Moolammadha Shakham Ashvatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedavit Adhashchodhvam Prasritastasya Shakha Guna Pravriddha Vishaya Pravalaha Adhashcha Mulanyanu Karmanubandhini Manushya Loke Narupamasyeha Tathopalabhyate Nato na chadir na cha sampratishtha Ashvattamenam suvirudha moolam Asanga shastrena dridhena chitva Tatah padam tat parimargitavyam Yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyaha Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye Yatah pravrittih prasrita purani Nirmana mohajita sangadoshaha Adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha Dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sanyaihi Gacchantya mudha padamavyayam tat Na tad bhasayate suryaha Na shashanko na pavakaha Yad gatva na nivartante Tad dhama paramam mama Mamaivangsho jiva loke Jiva bhuta sanatanaha Manashashthani indriyani Prakritisthani karshati Shariram yadavapnoti Yachapyutkramati shvaraha Grihitvaitani sanyati Vayurgandhani vashayat Shrotram chakshusparshanam cha Rasanam pranameva cha Adhishthaya manaschayam Vishayanupasevate Utkramantam sthitam vapi Bhunjanam vagunanvitam Vimudhananupashyanti Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha Yatanto yoginaschainam पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहं द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवमसम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद्भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः श्रीधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः अर्पणं ब्रह्म हविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिना हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम।
So that's it. I'm Devang.
I'm Seema.
And we're signing off. Thank you very much.
Arunawade, 3001. Prashant and Dana Pade, 3000. Seva Banquet, 2500. Anushri and Samatvam Chatterjee, 1000. Ansuya Patel, 1101. Jagdish and Pallavi Shah, 1001.
Kanuri Ipandu LLC, 1,000. Chicago Pride Pharmacy, 1,000. Sachin Amin, 1,000. Sridhar Andurkar, 1,501. Arun Belari, 1,000. Aditya Dolokia, 2,000. Jyotsna and Ramesh Mulla, 3,000. Vandana Rajkumar, 1,000. Vasant Ramamurthy, 1,500. Hemant Thakkar, 1,000.
Hari Om. Swamiji, please come.
Bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhavet, asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now we'll do the place and keep the right hand on the heart. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow towards the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is a devotion to the Supreme Son. We know our responsibilities, give us ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tassat. Pranams to each one of you. May Puja Buddha's blessings always shower upon each and every family and the family members. Hari Om.
Hari Om, everyone.
We still have a chance to go to 800. Anybody wishes to do that? We are at 760. Hari Om, I have a surprise news for you. Everybody, please listen. We are at 882,000 right now. Okay, so we have to make 900 now. More greed.
What Ashokji said, we'll make 900. We're going to all fast until we reach 900. We're not going to eat.
I already ate.